Hey everyone, it's Kip from Bierkast. I'm here to talk to you about another piece of home brewing gear. This time I'm talking about the infusion mash tun from SS Brewtech, along with the stainless steel Sparge arm, which is an accessory for the mash tun. The mash tun comes in two different sizes, 10 gallons and 20 gallons. So depending on your batch size, you have both options. Now I'm reviewing the 10 gallon here, which is it's pretty heavy. But it's a great piece of gear. The bottom of the mash tun has a lauter drain half-inch ball valve. It comes with a weldless thermal well, which takes the SS Brewtech digital temperature display. Now the temperature display that comes with the mash tun is a high temperature version. They look identical, but the high temperature version is calibrated for mash temperatures, while the Chronicle version is obviously calibrated for fermentation temperatures, which are quite a bit lower. Each mash tun comes with the SS Brewtech volume etchings, which are really helpful for determining how full your mash tun is. It goes up to 10 gallons. Probably max capacity is 11 if you want to try to push it. So it comes with a stainless steel false bottom, which is the same gauge as other mash tuns, or a kegel if you happen to have one of those. The nice thing about this false bottom is that it has a custom rubber seal that fits around, and it creates a really snug seal, which reduces the amount of particulates and grain that you get into your lauter. It has a center drain, which is really different from other mash tuns, which usually pull from the side. So this center drain promotes a very even lauter. Obviously standard heavy-duty handles with silicone grip. So the second part of this review is the Sparge arm, so I'm going to kind of go back and forth here. The Sparge arm is really cool. It comes with all you see here. There's gaskets that control flow, there's the Sparge head, there's the Sparge arm, and then there's the mounting bracket for the mash tun. There's 3 different gaskets which control flow, and luckily there's an extra set, so if you lose one you'll have a backup. After you've selected your gasket and screwed on the Sparge head, you can mount it on the handle of the mash tun, which is shown here. There's a little spacer, which is really important. It keeps the Sparge arm centered over the mash tun. You want to make sure you preheat your mash tun before use. I actually used the Sparge arm to do this. That way it was really easy. Hit the sides, it heat up the whole thing, and then I was ready to go. Once it's preheated, you're going to dough in to whatever temperature you want. You might want to use a calculator if you haven't done this before. I use Brew heads, which is really helpful. You can calculate your strike water and any sort of water infusions that you add along the way. After you've broken up the dough balls, you're going to let it rest. I mashed at 149, so you can see here that the temperature reads about 148, 149. I have a secondary thermometer that I use that helps me make sure that the temperature I have is correct. It's really important to have multiple thermometers because you have hot spots, you have cold spots, and it's possible that one of your thermometers might be calibrated wrong, and you want to make sure that you're not overshoot or undershooting your mash. So after 60 minutes, I reached 148.1. I was at 149, so I only lost a degree, which is fine by me. Here's an example of the different flow gaskets. We have fine, we have medium, and finally we have heavy. Unfortunately, I didn't get a video of the Vorlauf and the lauter, but I opted to not use a pump this time because I didn't want to compact the grain bed. I used, you can see here in the picture, the lower left-hand part of the picture, there's a keg, which I used as a Grant tank. And this allowed me to not compact the grain bed, and I filled the keg and I gradually pumped it into the brew kettle. After you've sparged and done that, it's pretty much business as usual. So boil, and then I'm using the SS Brewtech brew kettle. You can see here the hop cookie forming, and I'm kind of drawing from the side. So here's my whole setup. I've got my brew kettle, which is connected to the March pump, which is connected to the Therminator, which is connected to the 7-gallon SS Brewtech Chronicle. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, or hit me up at info@bierkast.com. And until next time, happy brewing.